name is Nicole Capell. I am the manager of ProBono and Telehealth at the University of St. Augustine, and I am located on the Austin campus. My counterpart, Christian Guarino, is located on the St. Augustine campus. And between the two of us, we run all of the pro bono and telehealth programs across all of the campuses for all disciplines. And thank you for joining tonight. I'm excited to talk to you about our telehealth microcredential. And please, at any point in time, drop a message into the chat or unmute and ask questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. I don't anticipate that this is going to take the entire hour. It should be a short presentation. And so I would love any interaction that you might be interested in or any questions that you might have. So getting started, I'm hoping you all can see this. Unfortunately, on Zoom, when I make this in presentation mode, I can't see you all. So if you can't see my screen with the starting slide for the telehealth microcredential, will someone please unmute and let me know? Okay, I'm going to take it that you all can see it. So let's get started. So tonight, what I'm hoping for you all to get out of this presentation is learning a little bit more about what is a microcredential. You may or may not have heard of this term previously, but you will definitely be hearing of it in the future. It is a buzzword. It is the new model for additional learning or certification in many fields, not only therapy, but business and all other industries. And then also more about why a microcredential is beneficial for you as a student, and then also in the future as you become a rehab professional, and then learn a little bit more about our telehealth microcredential that we offer at the university. So what is a microcredential? Like I said, it's a new-ish term, and it certainly is a buzzword. You are going to hear about it more and more. It is a way for students and for professionals to gain additional certification in not only their field, but also in areas of interest. So I professionally am a speech language pathologist, but I am able to access microcredentials in areas of computer technology or in business management. So if there is something that is of interest to you, there is likely a microcredential out there that you can take to learn more about it and to achieve a certificate or a badge based on the time that you spend in the courses and in your experiential learning. Again, they may be something that is used towards a traditional degree, towards an academic certificate, towards a digital badge, towards professional licensure, and then massive open online courses. Not exactly sure what those are. This definition came from a lovely website, so I'm including it in case you hear about that elsewhere. But for us here at the university, we are offering microcredentials that are above and beyond your courses that you're already taking. And we are offering a digital badge, which I'll talk about more as we go further. One of the really important things about a microcredential is that it allows us to work with the communities that we serve, with the patients that we serve, and the businesses who hire our students to identify areas of need and then provide additional training, additional education, additional certification in those areas. And that's really important because we want you all to graduate from the University of St. Augustine being at the top of your degree profile so that you are able to provide services that individuals who go to other universities may not be able to offer. And one of the ways that we're able to do that is through our microcredentials. So what does this really all mean? So I like to call it microcredential light. Let me break it down for you. So think of microcredentials as being shorter and more flexible certification. What's really nice about this is that these are based on your own time. So it's not like a course. You don't have to complete all of the work by the end of the week or by the end of the term. You have some flexibility in that. Now, that's not to say that this is an open-ended opportunity to work on a micro-credential. It's more that it's on your time, which I think is a really nice thing, because I know how busy you all are as graduate students. I remember those days. And so if you have the time, if you have an hour in the evening or an hour on the weekend, those are times that you can work on the micro-credential. Additionally, there are specialized areas of learning or competency. I'm actually really excited about the opportunities that micro-credentials are going to be offering at the University of St. Augustine. Telehealth happens to be the first one. For those of us who were working when the COVID pandemic hit, many of us were thrown into providing telehealth with little to no training prior to that. And we might have done well. We might have floundered a little bit. It's we learned as we went. We don't want that to be the case for you all. We want you to feel very comfortable, and we want you to have all of the best practices and the most up-to-date knowledge. So that's why the telehealth micro-credential is exciting. Now, as we look forward as a university, who knows what other areas we can offer micro-credentials in. It might be something like NICU, if that was an area of interest for you, or geriatric occupational therapy techniques. So this would be something that would be above and beyond what you're already learning in your courses, and would help with those additional skill sets and knowledge that you would need for those areas of practice. It can help you really stand apart from other candidates when you are looking at being hired for a job. Like I mentioned, our micro-credentials offer a digital badge. We use a system called Credly, and Credly is fantastic because once you achieve a badge in Credly, it is there. You can access it now as a student at the university. You can access it 20 years from now as a professional working wherever you are working. It stays there. It's like a repository for your badges, for your credentials. And it's portable. What that means is that once you achieve those badges, they're yours. They go with you wherever you go. So you can add it to your email. You can add it to your email. Your email signature. You can add it to LinkedIn. You can add it to your resume. You can add it to a Monster when you're looking for jobs. So it's portable, goes with you, and you can post it in other areas. I mean, you could post it on Facebook or TikTok if you wanted as well. So that digital badge is really quite nice because it's easy, and it uses the modality that we're all in right now, which is the internet. And then our micro-credentials are self-guided and assessed by examination. So what that means is you're responsible for your own learning. There are online courses, online modules, and you are able to access those, learn in your own time, and then take a test to demonstrate your knowledge, your increased understanding of those areas. So when we look at them, micro-credentials are designed to be stackable. So what that means is that there may be an introductory micro-credential that you take, and there may be an intermediate and an advanced one. So once you take the introductory, then you're eligible for the intermediate, then you're eligible for the advanced. And so you can say that you have that culminating micro-credential, that culminating badge. Currently, these are not part of the degree process or the degree program at the university. They are extracurricular. Will that change in the future? I'm not sure, but it will certainly be interesting to see as time goes on. So these are in addition to what you're already doing. And they are a quick method to upskill. I love that. I think for most of us as therapists, as professionals, we go into an area that we really enjoy, that we love learning and learning more about. So this is a great way to find your areas of passion, your areas of interest, and gain those badges that show that you have that advanced knowledge or advanced skill set. So why would you be interested in a micro-credential? As I mentioned, just before, it targets your area of interest. So if leadership is something that excites you, if you would like to own your own practice one day, or if you would like to be a therapy director, you can look for micro credentials that match those desires and help you achieve skills that allow you to look at that career path and make it more achievable. Also, they offer an opportunity for a deep dive into topics. So think about it. When you're in a course, have you ever had something that is introduced by your professor and you're like, gosh, that sounds really amazing? Lymphedema. I would love to learn more about that. But it's something that it, maybe touched on, maybe lectured about for 20 minutes, but you'd like to learn more about it. Microcredential could be the way to identify, more areas of learning that are attached to those topics and may lead you towards additional certification. So if it's something that you're thinking about, like for a physical therapist, I know that many have manual therapy certification. Lymphedema training is an additional specialty that I know in my personal experience, many occupational therapists who've done. I'm certain that there are physical therapists that do it as well. But it could be a way to figure out if that's something that you'd like to spend additional money and time on once you become a professional. This is very important. Build your resume. How are you going to set yourself apart as you start looking for jobs once you graduate? You want to make sure that you're marketable. You want to take a look at where you are interested in working. Is it a hospital? Is it a school environment? Is it with children or adults? Is it in a rural or an urban area? What are the needs there? Take a look and see what micro credentials might be available to you to meet the needs of your community where you're looking to find a job and to set you apart from those other candidates. Like I mentioned, it's flexible. You can, it is on top of your courses that you're already doing, but it's at your own pace. And so that decreases some of that pressure that many students feel when it comes time to, get a project turned in. A micro-credential allows you to have that flexibility. And then most importantly, it's no charge for these micro credentials. When my son was going away to college, he happened to be a very picky eater. I know this has nothing to do with the micro credential, but you'll see where I'm going. I told him that if there was free food that was offered, that he really needed to take up that opportunity, because when you're a poor college student, you're always looking for the next meal to come along. So think of a micro credential like free food. It's not going to cost you anything, unlike those continuing education courses that we have to take once we become professionals. If you find something that's of interest and it doesn't cost you anything, my thought is, why not go ahead and try it? So now we come to the telehealth microcredential, which is why you all are here. The telehealth microcredential was launched last year. And through much trial and error on my part, and I do apologize, you are going to have to listen and look at me throughout the entire course. It is available on Blackboard, which is nice because you're already in Blackboard, so it's an easy system to access. And you're able to sign up through TDM. And I'm hoping that I included, I'm pretty sure that I did. I've got a QR code. If I don't, just reach out to me and I can send that to you to sign up. It is designed to be inclusive. I think this is really important. I don't know what disciplines you all represent as students, but as I mentioned before, I am a speech pathologist, and often I think that if you're not a PT, I'm so sorry. Hush, dogs. Hey, shh. Sorry, this is what you get when your people are working at home and presenting at night. I apologize. They're guarding the door. It always felt like we were kind of left out as speech pathologists. It feels like everything is focused on PT. This is designed to be inclusive. So taking a look at telehealth through that multidisciplinary lens. So not only PT, but OT, speech pathology, nursing, and our PA program all contributed parts to this. And when I was gathering information together, I wanted to make sure to take a look at all of the disciplines to provide information for the micro-credentials so that it didn't feel like anyone was being left out. Because when we go to work, the majority of the times we are working as an interdisciplinary or a multidisciplinary team. So I think it's really important to understand the needs and the abilities of those other professions through the telehealth lens. Again, it's self-paced, and you earn that exciting digital badge. And I'm excited to say that for our telehealth micro-credential, we actually have a physical badge that you receive as well, a pin that we are able to provide to those who have earned the micro-credential. So here's a little bit more specific information about our telehealth micro-credential. Here is a QR code. So if you are interested in signing up for it, you can use this QR code. It takes you to TDM, and it allows you to, it gives you a search bar. If you place telehealth, type telehealth into the search bar, it will take you to the course and you can sign up for it. And again, this talks about some of the learning objectives of the telehealth micro-credential and the steps to qualify for it. So the big one is completion of the telehealth course, the modules that are available on Blackboard. In addition, we also are asking our participants to complete clinic note training and Zoom training, which are available if you just email me. I can get you those, or message me through Blackboard. I can get you the links to those trainings. They're very short and easy to complete. And then we want our students to complete 10 hours of telehealth experience. So what does that look like? I have been absolutely amazed at what the individuals who've completed the telehealth micro-credential previously have done. Some of them have had the opportunity to complete telehealth hours prior to even enrolling in our telehealth micro-credential, and we were able to give them credit for that. We had one individual who set up telehealth protocols for the military. We had a nursing student who provided yes, I think that's how you say it, telehealth services during COVID. So that's absolutely amazing. So if you have telehealth hours that you've achieved previously, perfect, let me know. We can put those in, you get credit for them. Now, what if your program is not offering a telehealth opportunity? We have videos that you can watch, and we also have teleteams experiences that you can participate in, where it's very similar to what you do in simulation, where you have a debrief and you talk about what you saw, what it looks like from your professional viewpoint. So if it's a speech session and you're an OT, what would you recommend as an occupational therapist? Or what do you feel the benefits or issues with telehealth might be for this patient? We want to make this, we want you to achieve this micro-credential. That's basically what it comes down to, and would like to do whatever we can to assist you in achieving those hours. And then we want you to do some additional tasks. And these can be very easy. I had a student who helped with marketing for a ProBono clinic on the Austin campus, and that was one of her activities. She literally just posted flyers around the university. So that was how she helped with marketing. You can advocate, you can write emails to your state or national representatives talking about telehealth and the importance of keeping it funded and reimbursement, all of those sort of things. We've had another student who did that. Or come up with an idea on your own. Let us know what you're interested in doing, and those activities will qualify for the micro-credential. So like I said, we want to help you. And when I say we, I'm very fortunate. The other half of my department, as I mentioned, is Christian Guarino, and he and I are both, we are here to help you with the telehealth micro-credential. So just reach out to us and let us know, and we are going to work with you to make achieving this possible. So this, as I mentioned before, is what the TDM sign up looks like. Literally just type telehealth into the search bar and it will take you to the course and step you through how to sign up for it. And then some of the information or some of the modules, basically just the titles. So we take a look at Introduction to Telehealth and Health Sciences, what are telehealth innovations and healthcare trends, telepresence skills and setup. So very important at the beginning of COVID. I think we were all quite stiff when it came to interacting with others virtually. And so how to do that appropriately and professionally. And then module 4, legal and regulatory considerations. Obviously, even in the time since we created this micro-credential, things have changed. So this really focuses on how to find out the most up-to-date information about how provision of telehealth or what provision of telehealth looks like for you as a professional and where to find out that information. Ethical considerations, interprofessional collaboration using telehealth, clinical application and reimbursement. Here at the university, when we are providing telehealth services, it is through our pro bono, so there is not reimbursement that is achieved. However, if you are using telehealth in your profession out in the field, once you are once you've graduated and are hired somewhere, you do need to make sure that you are getting reimbursed for the services that you're providing. And then finally, looking at telehealth from the perspective of a multidisciplinary team. So that is the end of my presentation. And now I'm going to go back. I see my phone blowing up with emails that Christian has sent. So thank goodness for him. I'm going to stop sharing now and take a look. Oh, perfect. We can see it. Thank you, Christian. Will this be sent to us? Awesome. Okay, good. So it looks like my amazing counterpart has sent out the information to those of you who are interested in more details. But I'm going to drop my email in the chat as well. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to talk to you at any point in time. But does anyone have any questions about the telehealth microcredential? Or if you have an idea of an additional microcredential that you would like to see at the University of St. Augustine, let us know. We're able to pass that along to people who are much smarter than I am, who can potentially provide those microcredentials to you all. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi, this is Shonda Moore.
Hi, Shonda.
So I screenshot the code and apparently won't work on my phone. So is there a place that we can go on Black? I know you said that. Forgive me if I missed it. Where will we find it on Blackboard?
So the sign, and I apologize, we had issues with that. The sign up is through TDM, and initially it was stopping us from being able to access it through our phones. There's some firewall that's in place. But what I'm going to do, Shonda, for you is let me just send you a and Christian may have already done it. We can send you a
He did.
Perfect. I was going to say, we can send a virtual copy of it via email so that hopefully, or for the link to the setup. So it's easier to sign up for it. You know, technology, y'all, I am getting so old that when I first graduated from grad school, email was just becoming a thing. So all this is, I am learning my way as we go, but I can make a darn good QR code if it links to the right thing. Any other questions? Thank you so much, Zoe. I appreciate that. I hope it's Zoe and not Zoe. I apologize if I said it wrong. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your evenings to join. And like I said, this is a short presentation. So I hope you all get to enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. And like I said, please reach out to Christian or I at any point in time. We would love to help you out. And otherwise, have a great rest of your evening. And thanks for joining us.